Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday night. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector back with another live hangout show. We missed last week because my son and we went to go see Alice Cooper. And so I'm back, though, this week. And at least I don't have to drive all the way back home this time. So anyway, welcome to the show. This is your show. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I have no agenda. I have nothing, planned to talk about tonight. But welcome to the show. Whatever you want to do, you guys drive the content tonight. We are going to be doing a super chat giveaway tonight. $10 super chat giveaway. This is a Batman number 10, and it is a CGC signed by Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. Great Court of Owls cover. And so anybody that does a $10 super chat tonight, per entry. So if you want to do 2 entries of $20, two $10 entries, that's 2 chances to win, so to speak. So easy for me to say. So anyway, Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder. If anybody's interested in that $10 super chat tonight, want to plug a couple of things right off the bat. Most likely tomorrow, 7 o'clock, same time. Hopefully my Two-Face will arrive. It's supposed to. And so hopefully we'll have that live unboxing. It'll be the shortest live unboxing of all time, but at least we can hang out and talk a little bit as well. So anyway, if you're interested in hanging out with me doing that, that would be a lot of fun. Also tonight, I want to give our collector Billy. A lot of you guys know Billy, good friends with Eric B. He hit me up tonight and said, hey, there is a Gotham by Gaslight Batman, the sideshow one that I've been looking for, that I've been, on the wait list for. There was one on eBay, and so I bought it. So I've got another Batman piece coming to the Batcave. And so we'll be doing that live unboxing probably later in the week or next week sometime. We'll see whenever it comes in. So anyway, some exciting news for sure coming into the Batcave. But again, enough about me. Let's talk about you guys. All right. We got JWR in the house. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hit that like button. Thank you very much, my friend. And speaking of his Two-Face, he loves his. And so I'm really excited, hopefully again tomorrow, to be able to add another villain to my quarter scale wall back in the back. Ryan H., thank you very much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Brotherhood of the Bat. Really appreciate, again, all of the member support here. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you very much for being such an integral, I can't say the word, such an important part of this channel. Thank you guys very, very much, and welcome to the show, Ryan. Captain Trenchcoat, Brotherhood member. I forgot it. I gotta have the bat symbol here. Nice. We got Theodore in the house. Hello, evening Bat fam. Let's see. Paula is in the house. Hey, Paula, happy Sunday. Happy Harley Day. We'll just call it that. Superman says, what's going on, Mr. BSC? Not too much. Yesterday, we had a lot of birthdays. My wife's birthday and then her mom's birthday. And so we spent the day out of town. We had kind of a pool party. That was a lot of fun. Just hanging out with family. We played we play a game called Pegs and Jokers. But it's Texas rules, so it's kind of this really fast-paced, fun game, kind of a card game with pegs. It's just a lot of fun. So we do like these big tournaments. So that's what I spent all day doing yesterday, and today we went back there out of town to have breakfast with them and play a couple more rounds, and then just been kind of hanging out here at the house, getting ready for the work week and all that good stuff. Saying hello to Paula. We got Lane Kramer. Oh, nice graded cover there. Yeah, again, it's a beautiful cover. Again, signed by Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder. And again, for any, let me put my banner here. $10 super chat right there. Signed CGC giveaway. So again, anybody that wants to participate, if we don't have anybody, that's cool. But I thought I'd offer it tonight. Let's see. Brad Ladner in the house. Hey, Brad, I'm probably going to open mine tomorrow when you're opening yours. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, maybe we could do a double live, Brad. That'd be fun. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, Paula. Hey, Chris, have you sold the Mask of the Phantasm original yet? Can't remember what you had it priced at. Man, it's super tempting. No, I have not sold it yet. It's one of those things where, like, I don't really want to sell it, but if it does, like if it fetches a good price, I would be dumb to turn that down. I absolutely love it. I still feel like it is the quintessential Mask of the Phantasm piece. But I've been spending so much money on the Finch pieces that I want to see that through. and I could get quite a few more Finch pieces for the price of that Phantasm. So it's just one of those things where I love it, but at the end of the day, I really want to complete this Finch vision because it's become such a thing, and I love it. So it's still available. The Batman Statue Collector at gmail.com if you're interested. Dylan Hicks in the house, Brotherhood member. Thank you very much. He says hello. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, Paula. Yeah, it did take a while. I'm glad you got it. I say mine's supposed to come tomorrow. We'll see. The Ben Cave. What's up, Chris? Got to meet Jim Lee yesterday at Terrificon. Got a print sign. Put a pic up in the group. I saw that this evening. Congratulations on meeting Jim. Anytime you get a chance to meet Jim, it's always such an honor. I have met him 3 or 4 times now, and it's always a pleasure. And I got to give a shout out to Matt Martin. Matt got his commission, which is, again, I can't believe he actually got it, first of all. But I did want to show you guys the picture. Let's see if I can show you this, doing this justice here. Yeah, here we go. See if I can rotate this and make it a little bit bigger. So I don't know if this is going to show up very well, but here's Jim and Matt. And then his Joker. See if that'll come in clear. Might not. Anyway, it's Batman with the giant Joker kind of in the background. It's probably not going to come through very clear. Hold on. Let's see if it will. Gives you kind of an idea what it looks like. So anyway, Matt got to meet Jim. Actually, I think got to go to dinner with him maybe or something, or maybe lunch. So I'm anxious to hear Matt. So Matt, if you're watching and want to come on, please, you can join us and tell us about your experience. That'd be pretty awesome. I had that Batman by Gaslight on my wait list day. See, it's still on my wait list too. So if I get off the wait list, maybe yours will convert, JWR. Luis Soto, how are you doing, Chris? I'm doing great. How are you? Again, I'm bummed it's already Sunday night, but maybe we can go out with a bang here and make some spirits go up, knowing the work week's coming up. Ryan H, what's up? Glad to be able to support. Well, again, thank you very much, Ryan, and welcome to the Brotherhood of the Bat. Thank you for becoming a new member. Jeff says, just set up my 1/4 scale Tweeterhead Two-Face. Love it. Got a sweet deal on my Gotham by Gaslight statue too. Always great to be with you. Well, it's great to have you, Jeff, and congratulations on your Gotham by Gaslight. It's one of those ones that I slept on, and I don't know. I was just really surprised that the wait list wasn't converting. Actually, I thought it would convert pretty easily, but it hasn't as of this point. So again, I hope that JWR gets one, but I saw it on eBay. Thanks again to Billy Rios, and I want to give him a thanks again. Yeah, Two-Face tomorrow for me, and I'm glad you got it. Again, it's going to be a very quick unboxing. It's literally 2 pieces. But if you're bored tomorrow night, or maybe Tuesday, we'll see if I get it or not. But anyway, it's going to be a real quick unboxing, but maybe we can hang out. Lewis says, how are you, Chris? NFL starts soon. Yeah, we watched the Chiefs yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched any of the ESPN highlights, but Mahomes did this behind the back throw to Kelsey. It was pretty unbelievable. Just another highlight. It's the greatest show on earth. Can't wait for the Chiefs season. Superman says, happy belated birthday to them all. Well, I'll make sure I pass that along. It's kind of funny. Like in our family, we have like just birthdays kind of back to back to back. So, especially in August, we have a lot of August. We have a lot of Leos in the family. Captain Trenchcoat, I got my 1/6 Two-Face on Friday. Looks great and fits perfect with the other 1/6 Tweeterhead villains. Bring on Catwoman. Yeah, I've got some exclusive content coming for you guys soon. Been on the phone a lot with Chad this last week. We have a lot of really fun things planned for you guys. And so we're not ready to quite spoil it for you yet, but there will be some big announcements here coming on the channel this month. I just bought a Lee Bermejo Joker off of eBay, as well as Detective Comics 1000 Batman from Spec Fiction, both coming this week. 2 absolutely incredible pieces. I mean, 2 of my favorite of all time in this room. So Gatsu 30, God bless you. You're going to love both of them. William, hey, Chris, any thoughts on the Mighty Jax Batman Young Bruce statue on the coming soon section of Spec Fiction? Never heard of the company, but statue looks dope. I don't know if I've heard of that. Is Mighty Jax a licensed company? I would assume, but I don't really know. If anybody has any information about that company, let me know. I don't think I've seen it yet. Theodore, loving my Mr. Sin from Sideshow. They did a phenomenal job with the piece. What do you think of this of the shading, Theodore? Because I know Jeff Delaney was really hesitant to get that one because of the dark shading. We've seen some kind of concerning photos for sure, but let me know what you think of yours. John, band in the house. Greetings from the Windy City. Hey, Chicago. My wife and son just went there whenever I was in Dallas. I was jealous because I've only been to the Windy City, and that was back in 2005. When I met my wife, and so it's been a minute. I would really like to do the Dark Knight tour. I'd like to see all the filming locations, but hope everything's going well in Chicago. How do you just drop Alice Cooper and move on? Man, that was a great show, Peter. I've seen Alice Cooper, I think 4 times at this point. Was a really great show. It was really frustrating. We had really great seats, kind of like in the back, but center. The place that we went to is a place in Park City, which is right outside of Wichita, and it's basically like an indoor football arena. So they set the stage halfway in, and then so there's no bad seats in that place, and so we had really good seats, kind of square on with the stage. Everybody was seated because we were like row like J or something. Everybody was seated except for this one kid that wouldn't sit down in front of my son Ledger, and Ledger was getting really frustrated because he couldn't see anything. So there was a section over on the side that was actually closer to the stage that there was a big chunk of seats that were that nobody was sitting in. So we went over there and watched the rest of the show over there and had a great time. So I've posted a few videos on our YouTube Shorts. So if you're an Alice Cooper fan, you might want to check a couple of those out. They're not amazing videos, but I just posted them because I want to be able to remember those songs because we just love rock and roll. I'm down. If we do that, should practice the sound first. Yeah, Brad, just kind of keep me posted. Let me know if it's on schedule, and we'll see. And again, it might be tomorrow night. It might be Tuesday. We'll just see. Okay, Ben Cave. We have our first. Get my scissors out. Our first entry for the CGC giveaway. Again, every $10 entry gets you in a separate entry for the CGC. Again, if you're just joining us, $10 super chat giveaway tonight. For every $10 you do super chat, that's an entry. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. This is Batman number 10 CGC. Great Court of Owls cover signed by these two great gentlemen. And it could be yours. If you are an international winner, I do ask that you please pay for shipping. Batman Collector Dad. Hello, everyone. My waitlist for the 1/3 Batman 1989 from Prime 1 converted. Excited to have it in the collection. That's great. I'm really hoping that means that it is getting closer and closer to shipping time because I feel like it's long overdue. Quite frustrating, really. I just don't understand what's going on with that piece. But sorry, I'm just kind of cutting some slips here in case people are wanting them because I see a couple more super chats coming in. So congratulations on it converting. Liam T35, Brotherhood member, thank you very much again for your support. What's up, folks? Hope you're having a great Sunday. Hey, Matt. See, Matt's here. So, Matt, if you want, I'm going to... Hold on just a second. I'm going to send you a link just in case you want to come on. If you don't, I'm sure you're exhausted. But if you want to, you can. All right, just in case. All right, so actually, Ben Cave. Never mind. You had 2 entries. Sorry, Ben Cave. I read that wrong. So I've got a second entry for you. Now, Matt, it was great meeting all the members at Terrificon this weekend. Enjoy all the love in our group. I'm so glad you got to have a good time, Matt. I can't wait to hear about Jim Lee. So you have 2 entries as well. So I've got yours right here, Matt. Add yours to the pile. Thank you very much. Kevin, just got my LBS Hulk a few weeks back, and this guy is a beast. Definitely getting the Spidey from LBS. Man, I tell you, that piece is just literally a monster. I'm so excited for everybody that has that. All right, Kevin, I have yours right here. So thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you guys for all the love here tonight. Matt is making you look like an amateur art collector. Well, yeah, for sure. I'm not going to discuss the price of it, Eric, but it's a lot. Oh, did you? Oh, it was on your wait list. Did you like bookmark it tonight, JWR? Hello, everyone. Chris, the man, the goat. Well, I don't know about that name, no more, but definitely, I appreciate the love there. Oh, we got Matt Martin right here.
Hey, I'm in a hotel, so flying out tomorrow. So yeah,
that is awesome. So where are you still in the Mohegan Sun area?
Yeah, I'm still in the area. Just got an early flight in the morning because it's cheaper to fly out. Like way cheaper to fly out Monday. So I just chose to do that.
So we need to do this every single time, right? With whatever you have, your camera, because you're way louder on this than you are at home.
Gotcha. All right, cool deal. We'll do
this. Yeah, I guess so. So let's just get into it. Tell us about your weekend.
Okay, so first day, Friday was the first day. On my flight, I want to give a shout out to Clay Man. He was on my flight.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so barely made it, and give a shout out to the guys that Capture Collectibles. They were on my flight, so just it was a good flight in general.
Did you get a chance to talk to Clay?
Yeah, a little bit and stuff like I didn't want to with respect bother him.
Sure.
Like because when I'm on the airplane, I just put in the AirPods and hey, leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but Friday was a good get to see the lay of the land. Wasn't a too packed con, it wasn't where it's shoulder to shoulder. How some cons can get. So you definitely, if you're, it was my first time at Terrificon, so definitely if you're a comic book guy, this is a con to go to.
I was just going to say, a lot of people I've seen posts that said that have gone year after year. They said it's getting a lot more popular. You could just see that there was a little bit more people. So I'm curious, like, if you didn't think it was too bad, it makes you wonder what it was like in the years past. It was probably really slow, maybe. So it's cool. It's growing.
Everybody said, "Hey, wait till Saturday; it's going to be packed," type thing. Which, with respect, Saturday was busier, but it was still, with respect, manageable. Where it wasn't, a kind of a bottleneck where you get shoulder to shoulder and everything else like that. So with respect, Friday was talking to Jim Lee's handler, and he was showing me some. He was like, "Yep, Jim's working. He says it'll be done. With respect, Sunday, and we'll meet up. Tomorrow and all that. So with respect, so coming into Saturday, he texted me. He's like, "Hey, Jim's here. You're gonna have lunch. On his break and all on his lunch break, you're gonna get some time with him and everything else like that." So big shout out to Albert Moy, his handler, and Devin Moy. Guys are top notch. I was sending you pics of stuff that you can get at Jim's booth and everything. They gave me kind of early access. Hey, what do you want? Type thing. You want anything? Type thing like that. So then it came down to Jim's break, which the line was just, oh my God. If you were standing in line, I mean, it was just, I mean, people showed out to see Jim, put it that way, type thing. And
well, he's a big draw. I mean, he's a big draw at these shows.
Yeah. And with respect, that was his first time at Terrificon as well. So it's his first time, but I do like the way it was ran. It wasn't, not to say it in a bad way. It's not run by like some corporate conglomerate. It's ran by a local guy that's been doing it. And with respect, it's just grown and grown and grown. So I did like that aspect of it. You got that kind of mom and pop feel of it, type thing, without, not to say it in a bad way, without all the humongous cons that are all corporate now.
And they're all exactly the same. They're all, it's got the same people over and over again, usually. And it's, it has its pros and cons at time, but I like those mom and pop feel ones. They're just, homegrown.
So definitely, would definitely want to come back. And definitely the Mohegan Sun is the place to stay if you do. I mean, you don't have to leave this place. I mean, they got nice restaurants in there, but then they also have the Starbucks, Ben and Jerry's, Krispy Kreme for you and I, Chris.
There you go.
Krispy Kreme. I mean, any kind of food you wanted. type thing like that. So big shout out to the a nice just place to go, put it that way. And they actually have a lot of shows there too, like concerts, etc.
That's cool.
But so going into Saturday, getting back to the story, they're like, okay, it's time to meet Jim. So we went backstage, and actually some a couple of group members that were with me got to go as well. So
That's
Eric Lau in the group and his friend Jimmy. It was my first time meeting Jimmy, but met Eric a few times, and great member. Number one, just a solid guy. He's from Canada, so he came down all the way from Canada. He's a big Jim Lee guy too.
that was Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eric.
I think he was the one that was in line with maybe you or Eric or
Yep.
somewhere, and he got
Yep.
the Finch piece or the
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 Fabok.
Fabok. Yeah, the Fabok. Yeah.
So anyway, so they got to come to because his handler was like, all right, come with me. And I was like, come on, Eric. And a buddy of mine came up for one day. I was like, come on. He was like, where are we going? I was like, don't worry about it. Let's just go. and we got a lot of time with Jim Lee and just talking, and it was just great. He was just with respect, not just talking, but just talking humanly. Like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, how's Lucas's book doing? And and he got to and we were just talking like kind of dads and parents, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
type thing like that, and just things of that nature. Then he was like, hey, have you seen the latest Fryer? I was like, no. So he pulls it out. He's like, look, I got 4 or 5 more hours. I'll get to it, after the after all the signing and all that. He goes, because I fly out to Korea in the morning. One of his kids are graduating. So
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, I'm going to Korea in the morning, first thing. And we got to talking. I was like, oh yeah, I really, and I will send like a video when I get home and get it unpacked so you can so the group members can see the detail in it, because it is kind of a hard to do from that
Sure.
one picture. But and I was like, oh yes, I really like the detail and like the wrinkles he did like in the Joker, and then around he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work on that some more. I'm gonna make that even better. And he was like, how do you like it? And I was like, man, awesome. It's just awesome. It was like, and then he asked me, he says, well, do me a favor, when you get home, scan it for me and send it to my email, because I want to publish it. I want to make it's either going to be a cover or it's going to be in one of my books and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, so like me and the group member, my friends, they were like, oh my God, I mean, it was just surreal, type thing like that. When Jim Lee's asking you to scan something and send it to him, you know what I'm saying? But with respect, not talking about money or anything like that, but the experience and just the commission itself. I mean, it I mean, you kind of get nervous when you're kind of spending a lot of money on anything. It doesn't matter if it's a car or if it's just whatever. And you just were like, well, hey, I hope I get my value, etc., or what I want. It just blows me away. I mean, everybody I showed, they were like, oh my God, we got to get a picture with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing is like with Jim Lee, that's one, like cars depreciate. I mean, Jim Lee's art doesn't.
No.
So, it's only going to continue to go up. And so even though it was a lot of money, at the same time, it's a safe bet.
Yes, yeah. I mean, with respect, it's safer than stock market and everything else these days.
Yeah, for sure.
Thing like that, But yeah, and so and with respect, got to meet Capullo and Scott Snyder. And got some stuff signed, and Jim Lee signed some stuff while we were just chilling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just overall just a great experience. The gym, of course, was the highlight. So even, with respect, even if you do get a smaller commission or a bigger commission through his handlers, the Moy brothers, is definitely worth it. Eric actually got on his commission list. I helped him get on the commission list.
Oh, wow.
He's a big Cyclops fan, so he's getting a Cyclops. Jim was like, oh yeah. He was like, it'll be, because Eric's going back for Baltimore Comic-Con. And he was like, oh, you pick it up in Baltimore, type thing like that.
Is he doing the same type that you did, or is he doing more like
no,
the buck?
He's doing a lot smaller. He's doing a lot smaller, but
because that's what I have. I have the buck slip of the Joker, which is like they call it a buck slip because it's just like the size of $1.
Yeah.
And those rent are $1,000.
Yeah. I think with respect, his is pricey, but it's not, where mine was. But
Yeah.
now and Jim was trying to tell him, like, hey, I'm doing the Cyclops and I'll do the beam. He's like, but I know you don't want it colored. He goes, but we need to maybe color the beam to make the flash, the flash of the Cyclops. And we were like, oh, telling him, you better do it. You
Yeah.
better
If Jim
get the
Lee
color.
says, yeah.
If Jim Lee says it, you better do it. You know what I'm saying? Type thing like that, but, no, overall, like I say, it was like one of the best cons. And, with respect, we've, you and the guys have been to New York and, of course, MegaCon. But I mean, to be a smaller con and, with respect to Jim Lee experience and all that, and just got some great Golden Age comic books that Jeff, I texted him a pic and I'm like, hey, he's asking this. He was like, oh, you need to do this. You need to ask this,
Hmm.
and things like that. Jeff really helped me out. So I greatly appreciate Jeff. And everything, but got some good Golden Age books. But it was definitely a comic book convention. It's like you go there for the books, and
That's fine.
with respect, some great artists as well.
Yeah, they had a pretty good lineup, I thought.
Yeah,
It's a kind of a variety of different, from kind of old school artists to modern artists as well. So that's just awesome. I'm just so glad you got to do that. Especially like you're talking about lunch and talking about life and kids, like everything that we've done, whether it was the
yeah,
MegaCon dinner or the essential sequential dinner that I did in Dallas. Like there's very little talking about art or comics and stuff like that. It's
yeah,
just about
yeah.
life,
Just
and
like,
it's
hey,
just
what's going on with the
yeah.
kids and where you going? Oh yeah, type thing like that, and and no, it was once, and when people say, I hate to say old cliche, but it's once in a lifetime, opportunity, what I'm saying, type thing like that, but yeah, it's one of the best, with respect, one of the best experiences. And I'd be walking around and somebody would say, hey, are you Matt from, and I'd just like, hey, yeah, and, I like to meet the group members. And
Yep.
my buddy that came, his first time coming to a con in general, he came down for Saturday. He's like, are you famous? And I'm like, well, I'm kind of, he didn't know about my YouTube, the YouTube stuff we do and all that, I was like, well, I'm on YouTube in a group, da da da. And he was like, man. And he texted my wife. He was like, Matt's the guy, and stuff like that. I'm just like, I'm con famous in some ways, but my kids know me to be Starbucks famous because they all know me at Starbucks by my house.
There you
They
go.
just
Yeah, that's
when I
right.
walk in, it's hey Matt, type thing like
It is
that.
the fun part of a con of having any sort of platform, and people just coming up and saying, just it's just so nice to hear, like, I appreciate what you do, or
Yeah.
it's like I really enjoy being part of the group, and
Oh yeah. I
that's
mean,
what
they
means the
were
most to me.
everybody I met was like just super positive and just like just down to earth and just like hey. And one young man, I sent a pic. I posted a pic, I think, the first day in the group, and he was like, well, I don't have any statues. I said, you don't have to have statues to be a member, type thing like that. I said, one day you'll get your first. You start small, you get your first statue, and it might be a Hot Toys or whatever, and you
Sure.
just, with respect, build up. But he was like, "Can I get a pic?" And I told my wife, she never goes to cons. Cons are not her thing.
Yeah,
She's like, "Hey,
a lot of
Matt, what's
people.
your thing?" And she was like, "I just find it so weird that people," want to take it back. And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just." It is what it is, but yeah, I mean, everybody that I met in the group, and I met Matt Trombino,
Yeah, Matt T. Yeah,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, and I was like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he got it. He got his first original art yesterday,
I
so
say he posted in the group. It looked great.
yeah, I was like, "Man, that looks awesome," and things like that. So it was awesome to meet with him and chat with him. But just group members would come up and ask, "Hey, are you from back?" I'm like, "Yeah." And just talking with them and things like that and seeing what they got and hey, okay, I got this book, type thing like that. So it was pretty cool. It was a real cool experience, type thing like that. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, when do you have to fly out? Do you fly out in the morning first thing?
yeah, fly out in the morning, 6 a.m. So yeah, and hopefully if everything goes well, be home around 1 and get back to the real world, kid duties and hey, this one's got to go here, this one's got to go there, what I'm saying, type
I
thing like
do.
that. So
Well,
yeah.
I'd say we got to get to comments, but if you want to hang out, you can, or if
Yeah,
you need to
we'll hang out.
go
Let's hang.
and get some
Yeah,
sleep or whatever you need to do.
no, let's hang out. I got about 30 minutes, so yeah.
All right. Well, let's just see what people have to say. It says Ben Hizzle, I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and in the end credits, they showed the behind the scenes of Logan, and was playing Green Day, Time of Your Life. It broke me down. That song gets me every time. Well, great song and great movie. It was a lot of fun.
They did the same song at the end of Seinfeld, and it
Oh,
just
yeah.
made me cry. It made
Yeah,
me cry.
that's
God,
right.
man.
Louis Soto says, "Will the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?" Man, I sure hope so. That'd
I
be.
think they will, brother. Jesus.
I mean, if it
They'll
would
at
be
least
3 in
be
a row.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever done it. So it would be, I mean, I think it would solidify. We were talking yesterday at my mother-in-law's birthday, and my brother-in-law said, would you rather the Chiefs three-peat and then never get another Super Bowl after that, or not win this year and get maybe, 4 or try to tie Brady or whatever? And I said, I would rather get the 4 more, I'd rather, than get the 3 in a row, but that's just me. But I don't know. We'll see. Dylan, are you keeping up with wrestling? Have you seen SummerSlam? Yep. I've seen SummerSlam, and the show I usually watch is Raw, sometimes SmackDown, but definitely keeping up with wrestling. SummerSlam was amazing. Had a really good time. Theodore's talking about the Mr. Sin. No issues with the shading, Chris. I think Jeff should jump on it. I like I told him the other night, I said, the worst thing is you get it, and if it's not what you expect, send it back, but I do feel like it would be a good Secret Sanctuary piece, I think. Dominic says, hey, Chris, did you did a top 10 favorite statues you used to have? Batman Arkham statue, top 10. Where is it now? For me, it's number 1. So I don't have that piece anymore. So my top 10 Batman pieces that I did are the ones that are currently in my collection. As you guys know, my collection continues to evolve over time. And so, unfortunately, I can't still rank those pieces because they're not with me anymore. But I still love the Arkham statue. I had it twice. And I think if it was still in here, I think it would still rank somewhere. It would probably rank over I don't know, maybe a sideshow piece or so. I really did like it, and it had a lot of sentimental value because it was my very first Prime 1 piece. So still a great piece in my opinion. Virgin Prime says, happy Sunday, everyone. Yeah, I can't believe it's already Sunday night. Man, weekend sure go fast.
Yeah.
Lane Kramer, I wish we could have seen Chris's wife response if he had totally wanted to pick up that succubus and bloodlust statues coming from Sideshow. The thing is, like, my wife's pretty understanding. She, and she very rarely comes in here unless she needs something to talk to me about something. But, she would be pretty cool about it, I'm sure. But I don't know. Still not my thing. Dominic, I sold all the Arkham pieces. The only Arkham pieces I still have left are Killer Croc and Mr. Freeze. And I guess technically the Arkham City Harley as well. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Caesar. The Humble Collector UK. Hi, Chris. Have you thought of any ideas for your lower shelf as they have been empty for a long time? So my plan right now is, as pieces continue to come in, which there has been a dry spell of third scale pieces. The only one that I can earmark for Prime 1 right now is the Riddler, which God knows when it's going to go for pre-order, and then it'll probably be another 2 years before it comes out. So like right now, I'm focusing more on the Jaycea pieces from Legendary Beast. I'm planning on getting all of those. So some of these are going to have to start going to the bottom as those start rolling in. But again, we're just in this giant, I know Matt feels it probably too, is like there's just giant waiting period right now of stuff coming in.
Like I said, I jumped on the Hush Superman, but that wasn't a plan. I mean, I was like, okay, price is right, and additional sculpt. But yeah, with respect, I don't know when. I mean, well, the Alfred, we all got the notification that the Alfred's coming soon. So
yeah, say Alfred's my next one as well. But
yeah.
like even with that Hush Superman, it's going to be at least a year before you get it. So it's like,
yeah, and I'm just like, number one, why is it? You got the sculpt, you got the part, you just got to shrink it. Of course, I understand you redid the cape and a new headpiece and all, but
yeah.
I don't get the wait for a year, to be honest with you. I don't know.
It's crazy. Jeff's asking about the Prime 1 Alfred. Yes, I have ordered it. I have not ordered the tactical throne. I'm probably getting close. And I don't know if you saw earlier, Matt, I said that I just bought the Gotham by Gaslight tonight on eBay. Billy Rios sent me a text with it that it was on eBay. So I'm like, well, I just jumped on it. It was $700 plus shipping. So I'm like,
that
well,
ain't that bad. Yeah,
it was like, I mean, with tax and stuff, it was that's what kills you is the tax. But I just thought, well, I've got to get it and see if I like it or not. But I'll probably end up getting the tactical throne, but I know a lot of us are getting that Alpha. I know Matt's getting it. I know Dan's getting it. I can't remember if Eric is. No, probably not, because he's only
I don't
doing
think
third
he's. No,
scale.
I think Eric said he wasn't. So yeah.
You have you seen Dan's Wayne Manor Rocket City, Chris? I think we're all finna to check it out. Can't wait for the room tour. So Dan has been he's been a very busy boy the last couple months. Yep. So a new job. Both kids are engaged. Again, they're planning weddings and all this stuff. So he's been pretty busy. I know. I'm just having conversations with him. He wants to get back at it. He's just having some, when everything's kind of piled up on you, it's difficult to find time to do all the extra stuff. And so he still has a desire to want to do that. He definitely wants to film the room tour, but he just needs to find the time to do it. He did that great review of that statue we were just talking about. So again, I thank him for taking the time to do that, because it's been kind of a crazy year for him. But I think starting 2025 and on up, it's only going to get better for Dan. So I'm really excited.
I did talk to Dan today on the Uber ride to the hotel. He did see Alien, because me and him are Alien geeks, and he said yes, it's definitely worth seeing. That's
great.
It's good.
That's awesome. Chris, Batman Collector Dad says, Chris, have you decided on selling your Batman Triumphant? I haven't decided yet. I'm hesitant to sell it for a number of reasons. Number one, it's the same as my Finch Batman, which I love. It's kind of the same look. And then second of all, I'm just trying to figure out where he's going to go, because there's only so many spaces, and really where I had him before, where my air conditioner thing is, that was the perfect spot, but now he doesn't fit there. So I might just have to try to adjust the pedestal he's on or something like that. I would like to try to keep him, but we'll see. I don't know. Just wanted to make sure I have 2 entries from both my super chats. Let's see. All right, Kevin. Yeah, let me add you. I only had you down for 1. Let me see. I must have missed it. I don't know how, but let me write your name down for yours as well. All right, Kevin, there's your second one. Sorry about that. That's my bad. Virgin Prime, Matt, that Jim Lee piece with Batman and Joker is amazing. So yes, I couldn't agree more.
Yep.
So are you planning on framing it? Are you planning on putting it in a vault? I know somebody said that earlier.
No, I will frame it. Dan's gonna help me with the art to frames, ordering and all that. He said hit me up, tomorrow. Because a lot of times I'll go through Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but I just, not to say in a bad way, you're dropping off this big chunk of money here, and hey, there's no kind of insurance or no reassurance. I was like, I'll do this with myself. You know what I'm saying? Type thing like that.
Yeah, I would definitely do a museum type glass as well.
Museum glass, it's in matted, and everything.
And that's the thing with the amount of money you spent, you're going to want to make sure you spend a lot of quality on the frame as well, just to protect it.
Yeah.
Anti glare or whatever. So, by the way, why the heck have we not seen the full Sideshow Riddler reveal? I really don't know. I feel like maybe that was something that was kind of thrown together where it's just not finalized yet. To me, I was really surprised that we didn't see a pre-order. I thought that would have been the perfect time with all the hype. But for whatever reason, it's not up for pre-order yet, but it'll be day 1 for me. Apple #1 by far. They offered the best stream quality. I'm not sure what we're talking about. I must have missed something. Sorry, Ben Cave, if I did. Sue is here. She-Hulk, smash that like button. Thank you very much, Sue. And thank you for the entry in the giveaway here. Let me cut yours out. All right, got yours right there, Sue. Thank you very much. We got Jimmy G talking about, I don't know, are you going to do MegaCon, Jimmy? Are you going to do it?
Come on, Jimmy.
I know we talked about it. There's always room for one more, my friend. Let's see. Got my Indiana Jones bust. I must commend you on your boxing and taping skills. Well, thank you very much, Rick. I appreciate that. Would you call your Shredder your best non-Batman statue? Well, I do not have the Shredder, as Brad knows, but I do really like it, and it's one of the best statues I've had in here that is non-Batman related. And I don't always have very many non-Batman pieces, but I absolutely love that shredder. I mean, if I really was all in on the turtles, I would have that for sure. Nancy. You guys must be related because we got the same last name. So that's awesome. So Nancy, thank you for the super chat. I'll add you to the list as well. Again, thanks everybody for being here. If you would do me a favor, hit the like button. Takes just a second, helps us out tremendously. So thank you, and thank you again, Sue, and Nancy. Good luck with the Two-Face statue. Mine had one break on the base. Luckily, it was in the back under the gas can. Others are having breaks as well. Lots of fragile points on this one. Most of the ones I've seen have been okay, but I know that there are a few that have had some issues. And so, like, I know JWR had a one that was fine. So I'm assuming the dynamite's the things that pop off probably the most because it's got all those pieces underneath the base. So hopefully Tweeterhead will take care of you guys.
Yeah.
Jim, $10. Jim G, we got all these Hulk smash. I like it. All right, Jim, I got you added to the list. Thank you very much. Thanks everybody for your entries tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, we're doing a super chat giveaway. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo signed Batman 10. So if you're a Court of Owls fan, hopefully this will go to a Court of Owls fan for sure. Paula says, safe travels, Matt.
Cool deal. Paula, I sent you some goodies, Paula. So should be good. If you haven't got them, you should get them probably tomorrow. So, yeah.
That's right. Scrolling message says $10 super chat signed CGC giveaway. And that's what that is right there, Jim. So thank you for entering. Paula, so my Steelers are going to win Super Bowl this year. Well, I'm sure they're going to be a contender. It's you just never know the way the year is going to go. That's for sure.
With respect, that's one thing. It depends on who's get injured, what chemistry. I'm a big NFL guy, so it's you know.
I forgot who's your team. I forget.
Well, I got a lot. I don't have one particular team in general. I like certain players. So, with respect, I like Miami because I love Tua and Tyreek and all that. Type thing like there. It's just fun to watch now for the first time since Marino left. Kids like the Ravens, so we go for the Ravens. I like the 49ers too. I like what they're doing. And then, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but the first NFL football game I went to when I was a kid, my uncle took me Cowboys, so I always root for the Cowboys. Yeah, type thing like that. But yeah, I like certain players, and I root for certain players that do good, that I feel, are just good people. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey,
I have a lot of respect for Tyreek because he went to Miami. And my kids had already signed up for this Tyreek Kill football camp.
They did one here this past summer,
Yeah, and so even though he was already on a different team, and this was in Wichita, Kansas, and so he still honored that commitment.
Yeah.
And even though he had switched teams, and he was like, they had different stations, and so like the kids would go to station 1, 2, 3, 4, and he was a station. So all the kids got to run with him and catch footballs from him. And it's like that was just, that's a memory they'll never forget.
Yeah, and I think I told you this when we were at MegaCon last year. My youngest one was at the Pro Bowl. So if any members there that have kids and stuff, if you get a chance to go to take them to the NFL Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowl, they all get signatures. They all give signatures and just make the experience great for the kids. So if you ever get the chance, your kid will always remember it. Put it that way.
Well, and that was what your family was doing while we were at MegaCon this last year, and so it was crazy that so much was going on at that weekend. But sounds like it was just a blast. So
I think they're saying MegaCon this year is on Super Bowl weekend.
Is it really?
I don't know. Somebody said that.
Oh, it might be because I think they pushed the Super Bowl back even further now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that would be nuts.
that would be nuts traveling, with
Yeah.
respect, I
Yeah,
mean,
it would be.
yeah.
Well, geez, here we go.
I don't know though. I mean, don't quote me. We can look at it, when we're off camera, I
Yeah, I
guess.
guess we can.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Eric, All Things Art. Gave Batman Statue Collector membership to someone, so thank you very much. That's awesome, Eric. I hope you're having a great night, my friend. And then Jay Santiago.
Eric's got some cool hats, guys. So I know he restocked some hats. So go ahead and get them before they sell out again.
That's right. I shared it on Instagram today. So him and his daughter doing some modeling today. So that was really cool. So yeah, check out All Things Art on YouTube. Got your entry, Jay. Thank you very much. Chris, any idea where I can get a reasonably priced Detective Comics 1000? You don't see it come up for sale very often in terms of like buy, sell, trade. I think people realize how good of a statue it is. But just keep an eye. There have been a few places, check out Spec, check out, Big Bad Toy. I don't know. There's probably one somewhere. But I don't know about reasonably priced. That's the only issue. I don't know if you're going to get one on sale anytime soon. Namek says go Lions. I was going to say they beat us yesterday, so it's but Mahomes only played 2 drives. So
well, yeah. My wife's like, "Aren't you going to watch?" I'm like, "I don't watch preseason."
Yeah, it's
because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And like everybody in my family, and it's just always funny the announcers. I'm like, they're making it seem like it's an important game. Like it's not. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I
know it gets a lot of controversy, but I love that the NFL just keeps adding the games and games and games. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 17 games.
Well, they're down to 3 now, 3 preseasons, and that's it. So it's
So I mean,
Yeah, I know. Prime 1, 2 or 1023 says, is there any chance that Prime 1 would do a bonus portrait for the 1/3 Superman? It would be nice to give back to the people that support the 1/3 line. I think there's no chance in hell.
There's no chance. Hell will freeze over before they do that.
Yes, it would be awesome, but I also think at the same time that what Prime 1's trying to do is offer something brand new to make it seem like it's different, that it's a different offering. Because again, like we talked about on Rogues the other night, that some people could be pissed off that they're doing another version when they didn't announce it at the beginning. Well, Prime 1 never intended to do a quarter scale in the first place ever, but circumstances change. They were able to get the license to do it, and so now they're gonna again, it's their business. They're gonna print money, so they're not gonna make a 3rd scale head sculpt. Nope. Now somebody might try to do like a custom maybe of that.
Yeah, custom. Yeah,
that's possible. Let's see, Paula. Congrats on the OG art, Matt. It's hard to explain how addictive collecting art can be.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Chris is finding that out this
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good conversation with my brother-in-law yesterday about it. We were playing games, and he was kind of asking me about the art and just value and stuff like that. And I said, with like what Matt got, that's something that's not only going to retain value, but especially if it's published. Those are going to be sought after by a different core group of collectors. Whereas like the commissions that I've been getting, it has to be a specific buyer. You have to be a fan of Finch's art or a fan of Clayman or whatever, depending on what pieces I have. And so, but it just, again, like certain artists, their value is still, they continue to go up. Some kind of stay kind of stagnant, but it just is what it is. So it's like art is at the eye of the beholder, and whatever somebody wants to pay for that art, but like if it's published, that's a whole different ball game. So I'm very much hoping that yours is a cover, because that would be insane.
Yeah. Or even with respect, just in one of his books or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Paula loves her Steelers. Well, well, good luck to you, Paula. Have you heard anything about the Samurai Mr. Freeze reveal that Aang talked about a few weeks ago? They've been teasing that piece for well over a year at this point. I have had some conversations with Aang over the years about that piece, or what I would like to see from that. I would assume at some point. I think that XM is really trying to play the catch-up game right now, and so I don't think we're going to see a ton of reveals from them. Yeah. But never say never, I suppose. Kevin says, "Go Saints." My favorite team is the Chiefs. Since I was a kid, and believe me, being a Chiefs fan for most of my life has been really rough,
real hard,
really difficult. Because our slogan was, as I'm sure a lot of teams, there's always next year, and that's what we said for a lot of times. And so the fact that they're having such a hell of a run is I still can't believe it's happening in my lifetime. Chiefs versus Houston AFC Championship. You never know. Could happen, Lewis. No, the comic, not the statue. I'm not sure what you're
talking about that Fabot 1000. Gatsu 30. I might have one left. Send me a messenger, and when I get home tomorrow or something, I can maybe look and see if I got one left. He's talking about the Fabot cover CGC.
Yeah, the CGC. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you, give him your email address?
M Martin 198434 at Yahoo.
Okay, so there you go. If you want to contact him, he might have another one for you. Techno15 says, "Hey Chris, quick question. I have the possibility to get the Penguin X Toys Killing Joke Bus for the original price. Do you recommend it still?" I thought it was an incredible piece. I recommend it. It has a ton of presence. For me, though, it was just so massive and it was so tall that it just wouldn't work necessarily in what I'm going for this room. I still feel like it was a good piece. I feel like it would really pair up really well with the CGC. But it's really quite large and super tall. So if you have the room for it, I would recommend it, especially if you can get it at the original price. I think that they did a great job on the quality of it. It had a lot of really nice elements on the base. So I would say go for it.
And you sold yours, right, Chris? Did you get the I guess the what you had put into it back, or did you
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I canceled the pre-order basically. I can't remember if I had it through Todd or whatever. I think we transferred it to another piece. I think that I was getting from him, and then a collector sent it to me to review, and then sent it on. So that was never mine. That was just a collector was nice enough to send it to me. No more. Chris, from your experience, is it better to go directly through Prime One or go through someplace like Sideshow? Is shipping better price? So it really has varied over the years, as Matt and I both know.
Yep.
Prime One is usually, I go direct almost always through Prime One, because I want to get it quicker if possible, because again, I do a YouTube channel, so I want to get stuff out quickly, but at the same time, you don't have to pay the tax. And so if you buy it through a local retailer, then you have to pay the tax on top of it. Now the only difference is that sometimes maybe if you buy through Sideshow and you have a whole bunch of points saved up, well, then go through them, and then, you just have to do the math. I put everything in the cart, figure everything out, and go with whoever's cheapest, or whoever's fastest. So, but I generally 90% of the time go through Prime One.
Yep.
Jeff Houghton says, "Go Lions."
Yep.
George says, "Chris, one of the best statue reviewers." I appreciate that, George. Means a lot. Thank you very much. I try my best. The naming says, "I'm a Lions fan, so every year in the past it was the same old Lions." So I feel you, Chris. Well, I feel like there's been times where, like the last couple of years, like Lions have had some excitement going in there. So again, it's just someday everybody's going to win sometime. It's just going to take, it's just a matter of when it happens. We just happen to be the lucky one to get Mahomes. Chris, do you still have the Mask of the Phantasm original art? I think it was published art. So yes, it was published art. I do still have it over there. That was a Clayman splash page. And again, for me, it's the quintessential Mask of the Phantasm piece of art. I love it. And I still have it. Chris, black walls would go great in the Batcave to go with the Batcave look. Well, so I actually, whenever I first painted, I had a really dark gray and it looked black. And after I have so much black in the room with Batman and stuff like that, I thought that it kind of washed things out a little bit. So my wife and I played around with the colors, and that's how I ended up with this gray. Yep. So I think black was kind of what I thought at first, but I'm kind of glad I didn't go black.
Yeah, we were doing the same thing. We're going to do the same thing on mine. Initially, I said black. Now, same thing. I got to thinking about it. I was like, okay, the cape is black. This is black. There's a lot of kind of dark statues that'll just get lost. So I went gray, on my walls as well. Yeah,
and it looks great.
Yeah.
Ben Cave, I've got 2 more entries for you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that greatly. Brad says, "Chris, in your experience of statue collecting, what is the best thing to eat after hot, spicy chicken wings to relax your stomach?" But first of all, for me, just not eating that because the older I love spicy food, but
I love spice.
The more I eat it, the older I get, it does not like me at all. So I would have to just limit the amount of spicy wings for sure, or get some Pepto or some Tums or something. But I think the extent is what I get is usually like a spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich or something. That's usually what I get. So is this Dana White? No, that is not Dana White. That is Brett. I mean, that's Matt. That's Matt. Yeah. Anthony, does Prime One not charge tax? No, they don't.
Nope.
Living in New York, sideshow tax is brutal. That's why I try to buy from smaller mom and pops for my 6-scale hot toys. So no, they do not charge tax, which is again why I go through them. Hey Chris, did you see my completed Batman Rogues Gallery display now that my Two-Face finally arrived? I did, Jeff, and it looked fantastic. Thank you for posting the photos. Again, it's just really cool to finally see Two-Face in people's collections, because there's just a lot of characters that are really missing, and he just helps round out the collection even further. Chris, Chris, how are you feeling now with some time having passed on the new 52 Batman? I've been considering getting the blue suit one since I have the Justice Buster Batman at 1/3 already. I like the base. Are you talking about the newer Prime one, new 52? I tell you the one that I kind of miss that I would consider getting back is the one that I had where he's flying through the window. It's that Tabok or Finch cover. Oh, it's this one right here, actually. It's in my box, my giveaway box. It's this one.
Oh yeah, that one's cool.
I kind of missed that statue. So anyway, I would rather have that one than the new offering from Prime One. Anthony, will you be at New York Comic Con? I don't have any plans. We kind of prioritize MegaCon this year. And so I'm looking forward to that. I most likely wouldn't do it. I mean, I could probably try, but I think I'm probably most likely not. Anastasio Gaming, I hope I said that right. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very, very much.
Anthony. I mean, we're all going to MegaCon again this year, and I tell you what, don't sleep on it, because even Eric, that goes to New York every year since he was a kid, said this is bigger than New York. I mean, people have been sleeping on MegaCon, and it's finally, getting out there, saying type thing like that.
Yep, 100%. So it's just it's a fun show. I mean, you can't go wrong either way.
No, with respect, no.
But I just think, and then I think a draw for us is it's kind of like we had the fun at the con, we had some Disney fun, we did some other stuff, and so I just feel like Orlando. I mean, you can do the same thing in New York.
Yeah,
you can
go big. Yeah, you can go big or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. JWR, when are we getting an updated art room tour showing off all the art and hung up? I want to get a few more pieces framed and up on the wall, JWR, but I definitely want to show everybody the entry. I'm still trying to figure that out. I've been hesitant to show it because I want to get it right before I do, and so we'll see. But I'm sure there'll be an update here really, really shortly. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to say last call for the giveaway. I usually do about an hour on Sunday nights, so got some stuff to do to get ready for the work week. But I'll say last call on that, and then we will do the drawing here. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, whoever wins, please send me an email with thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. Thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. And let me know your shipping address. Again, I will pay for shipping within the United States. If it's out of the United States, I do ask that you pay the international shipping cost. Okay. Hopefully that's fair. One more question here. Chris, did you hear about the Mark Hamill drama about how much he's charging to sign things? I don't know if it's drama. I expect it. It's just, somebody like Mark Hamill, he can charge what the hell he wants to charge, just like Jim Lee. I mean, it's just like, when you reach that level, I think Jim Lee's up here for me, but Mark Hamill's up off the screen. And
it's one of those things too. That's like his only second con. So it's like, hey, he doesn't do this all the time. And if you get something signed by him, it's definitely a collectible. Put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, he just doesn't do them very often. And so it's like, I actually considered going to Chicago because I was like, that would be pretty awesome to meet him. But it's like, it's a lot of money to,
yeah.
So anyway,
Well, I'm
All
gonna
right.
get out of here, Chris. Let you do the giveaway
Okay.
and all that jazz. But everybody have a great start of the week and all that. And I will post updated photos / videos when I get back home.
Yeah, just
Okay.
send me the video and I'll edit it or whatever you need me to do,
Yep.
Matt, and I'll get it up on the channel for you.
All right. Cool deal. All right.
Okay.
Y'all have
Have a
great
good night.
one. All
Yep.
right, bye.
Safe travels.
Yep. Bye.
All right, guys. So I've got all the slips in here. Show you everybody going in the slot here. All right. Good and mixed up here. Whoop. Don't want that one to fall out. Okay. All right, guys. The winner of the slab, signed CGC slab, is... This one was Sue B. Got it. Sue B got it. So I'm going to say that you're probably going to want it, but I'm going to do a backup just in case, okay? Just in case Sue doesn't want it for some reason. Our backup is going to be, if I can grab one here, Ben Cave. Ben Cave is our backup, okay? So Sue, if you're still here, let me know for sure. If you're not, and you're watching it on replay, if I don't hear from Sue, Ben Cave is my backup, okay? So we'll keep it that way. And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We got 97 people watching. This is really awesome. Again, tomorrow night, let me show you guys again. Tomorrow night, most likely, if it arrives, we're going to do the live unleash unboxing of Two-Face. Also, we might have another live unboxing with the Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which again I just purchased on eBay tonight. So stay tuned to the channel. We might have a couple of live unboxings this week. Rogues will be the following week, of course, but definitely tune in. Again, it's going to be the shortest live unboxing of all time, but we're gonna have some fun. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or two. We'll see. But definitely tune in either tomorrow, which would be Monday night, the 19th. Or the following Tuesday, and maybe Brad Ladner will be joining us. Who knows? We might be doing a double live unboxing if Brad gets his. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for that. And yeah, just again, Sue right there. Sue says, yes, my first win. So thank you. So Sue, if you would please send me your email address or your mailing address via my email, thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. Okay. And we'll get that out. So, Brad, you already have yours. Okay. Brad has his, he says. Okay. So maybe we'll do it. Just let me know if you want to, Brad, okay? Let me know. Just message me. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great one. just sitting in the box haunting me. I believe me. I know what that's like, too. It's like, just got to do it. Anyway, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Have a great work week, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night, if all goes well, or maybe Tuesday night with Brad. And Brad's down to clown, so I love that. So we'll do a double live unboxing. That'll be a lot of fun. Again, it'll be the shortest is literally only 2. It's a base and a statue. That's it. There's no pieces. So it'll be really quick, but we'll ramble on and talk about collecting as well. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please hit the like button on the way out if you haven't done so already. And again, I love you guys. I can't do this without you. Thank you for your continued support, your kind words, you watching the videos, you joining and becoming a member and all that good stuff. I can't thank you guys enough. And we'll see you hopefully tomorrow night in the Batcave. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.